Hi guys, what's up? It's Alex here. Today we are here with the finale of my F1 2015 Carlos Sainz career mode. It's been a good journey. I've enjoyed quite a bit of this series, and we're going to be moving on in a couple of days time to another F1 career mode series. Hopefully it's going to mix it up something a little bit different to what other people are doing. I mean, hopefully that's going to be interesting to you guys. You'll be seeing that in about a week's time. But anyway, we need to focus on the last race of the season. It's Abu Dhabi. We don't really have anything to fight for. We're secure pretty much in our 6th position in the championship. I think behind us we can get caught. Is it alright? Or we can't get caught. I can't even remember now. But I think we're pretty much secure in 6th place. I mean, we could have a stellar weekend and beat Raikkonen in the championship, but that's quite unlikely. We pretty much had to win this race for that to happen. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Well, I've really enjoyed this career mode. It's been an interesting journey, obviously starting on the expert difficulty, moving up to the legend difficulty, and actually being surprised that in some of the tracks I can actually match the pace of the AI. This doesn't look like one of the ones that I actually am going to be able to match the pace of the AI. You can see I'm not really keeping up with the likes of the top 5 where I've sort of been the whole season. I suppose it's been a little bit different since we switched over to the legend difficulty. Obviously we've fallen down the order a little bit. I wonder what this series would have been like if I'd left it on expert difficulty. I wonder if we could have battled for a top 3 in the championship. I don't know, but personally, I think it's probably more fun for you guys. Looking back on it now, it's probably been better watching on the legend difficulty. I think the races in general have been a bit more interesting. Obviously, some boring races here and there. You're always going to get that. But anyway, somehow I've rambled on long enough to complete the first qualifying lap there, which is obviously the only qualifying lap. And that put us, I think, in 8th position. We'll check in a second there. But our team, pretty happy with that. It's the last time I'm going to be racing for the Toro Rosso team. Obviously, it's been some good memories, but that is that really. We can't really do a huge amount about it. And yeah, there we are. 8th position, 1.8 seconds off pole position. A little bit ahead of Felipe Nasr and quite a bit behind Daniel Ricciardo. Anyway, let's head it over to the commentators for the race intro.
5 o'clock in the evening here in Abu Dhabi as the teams prepare for the start of the race. This fascinating event will see the cars start in daylight and finish the race in twilight. A challenge of concentration for even the most talented driver. We knew this was a track that suited the Mercedes well, but no one would have expected that Lewis Hamilton would have created such a gap to his rivals in qualifying. If he stays out of trouble and the car continues to perform, well, victory should surely be a formality.
There are a lot of variables that can cause a driver to be happy with the car one day to struggling with it the next. Track temperature, excessive tyre wear, or a change of fuel load can all affect the feel of a car. He'll definitely be hoping that when the race gets underway, he's got the same balance as he enjoyed in qualifying.
It was a disappointing day for Fernando Alonso yesterday. He's starting further down the grid than he would have liked, but he'll still be hoping for a strong result today.
Well, Fernando is a great starter, and he'll be looking to make up a few places on that first lap to try and get himself back into a position that he's more familiar with.
So you can see, even though Hamilton and Rosberg do dominate the front row, Sebastian Vettel has won the championship, so he doesn't need to worry about threatening those two in this race here today. But for us, well, we just want to end on a high note here. Obviously, there have been a lot of good moments in this Toro Rosso career mode, and hopefully we're going to end off with another good race here today. So we start in 8th place behind the 2 Williams and the Red Bull of Daniel Ricciardo. And as we head up to turn number 1, we don't get a terrible start, to be perfectly honest. We seem to match them, and into turn 1, Ricciardo leaves us space and we just go for it. A little bit of contact there with Felipe Massa, which actually loses a bit of speed through here, but Bottas and Raikkonen running side by side, and at this point I was like, come on Bottas, push him out wide or something. We hop over those curves quite a bit there and just nearly spin ourselves out, but luckily we don't. But anyway, back to what I was saying about Raikkonen and Bottas. If Bottas has squeezed him out there and Raikkonen had gone off, we could have gone up to 5th place in this championship. But would I really deserve that? Really, I don't know. I don't think it would be the way I'd really like to take a position in the championship. But anyway, currently in 7th place, but Nico Hülkenberg, he has the Mercedes power. He's so much faster in a straight line. He gets the overtake done, and he moves himself up into 7th place, demotes us back down to our starting position in 8th place. Hülkenberg's had a really good start. He's got past Ricciardo and myself, and that's put him in a good position. Now, can he close down to the Williams? It's going to be tough. I kind of doubt it, to be perfectly honest. I don't think he has enough speed in that car to be able to keep up with those Williams. Obviously, they just have that bit more of a pace advantage. It's just those front three cars, really, isn't it? The Williams, the Ferraris, and the Mercedes. The front three cars, and then it's sort of a big gap back to the midfield, and that's pretty much where we are, really. I mean, we're sort of fighting around the front of it, which is good to see, but I don't think we've really got the pace to keep up with those Williams and the Ferraris, and especially not the Mercedes. So, last couple of corners on this first lap of the race, looks like Hulkenberg got himself a bit of breathing space, so he's not under immediate pressure from me. But penultimate corner, we do gain a bit of time on him through there, but last corner, are we going to do anything special? Not really. We run a bit wide, and across the start-finish line, we're closing a little bit on Nico Hulkenberg, but nothing really is going on there. But anyway, skipping ahead to lap number 4, we really are closing down on Nico Hulkenberg here. Take a very different line through the hairpin here. Actually puts us under a bit of pressure by the look of it from behind. Looks like, is it Daniel Ricciardo's right up? No, it's not Daniel Ricciardo's, not right up behind us. I'm looking at stuff in the mirror, but it's obviously not a car. It's just all the reflections. I'm like, what is there something in the mirror? I don't even know, but for us it's good because we've got DRS on Nico Hulkenberg, and he's really not actually gaining much time in the straight line speed, even though we'd sort of expect it. Our engine is slightly damaged at the moment. You can see there it's not perfect green, it's a little bit yellow as well, so it shows it is overheating a little bit. But anyway, Nico Hulkenberg is right in front of us. Can we go for a move down the inside? Oh, it even turned out to be a move just to avoid the collision there, and Hulkenberg comes back. He goes round the outside to slight contact. I pressed the wrong button here. I think instead of pressing the info bar at the side, which I normally just, I don't know why, but I sort of always think it's the R1. For some reason I always press R1 thinking it's going to be the info bar at the side, but it's actually the change view button. So I always for some reason get confused. I mean, was it like that in the old F1 games? I don't know. But yeah, weird stuff. Anyway, down the back straight once again. This is where I was thinking about. Ricciardo is definitely up behind us here. He's got the straight line advantage. I mean, I know we've got a damaged engine there, but I still think maybe the Renault is still so slow in a straight line speed. I mean, I know Daniel Ricciardo's got a Renault as well. That's sort of what I'm sort of hinting at here. Like, why is he so much faster in a straight line than me? I don't know. Is it the fact that I've got an overheating or slightly overheating engine? I don't know. But anyway, Daniel Ricciardo now going to be going down to fight on Nico Hulkenberg. Hopefully he can make a move on them. Maybe we can get involved in the battle as well. We're trying to go on the outside of Ricciardo, but that doesn't work out. But Ricciardo's got the move done. He's moved himself into 7th place there, and a bit of a cheeky move from myself at that current time that I didn't really realise at the time. I went so far off the track to get past Hulkenberg, and somehow, just somehow, I didn't get a penalty for that. I mean, like, that is something that needs to be fixed. I mean, I should be getting a penalty or just a give back position penalty for that, because that was bad driving from me. I admit it, but still, you know, if I'd realised at the time, you know, in the racing moment, you're like, oh god, I'm just going for an overtake here. Hopefully it's going to go well. But yeah, anyway, now going to the inside of Daniel Ricciardo and moving ourselves into 7th place. No, we're not, because he's got the inside line once again. And Ricciardo squeezes that wide a little bit on the curb there, and that means that he is in front once again, but he doesn't have the DRS. We do, and now surely this is going to be a move at least from me down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo. I mean, was there contact there? I don't know. We try and leave in space there. Now there's slight contact there. Ricciardo, what's Ricciardo done there? Why did he just like stopped? The AI in this game sometimes just confused me. I mean, why did the AI have to stop when I made a bit of contact with him? I mean, I realise obviously there's a bit of contact, the car would behave a little bit differently or something, but he literally just stopped. And I mean, obviously I don't think that was really a perfect overtake or whatever, but I don't think I did that much wrong really. There's a little bit of contact there, but he sort of just gave up, which is a bit annoying. But anyway, pit stop time, the last pit stop on our Toro Rosso career mode. Let's see how it goes. And looks like Rosberg's pitting in front of us. Oh, that's why I was like, why has Rosberg suddenly dropped down to 6th place? But it's just because he's stopped. Massa was in the pits as well. And anyway, let's pull into our Toro Rosso pit box right near the end of the pit lane. And well, it's actually about middle pit lane, I suppose, really. But oh no, no, no! That's not what we wanted to happen. Really, game? Well, not really. It's not really the game's fault, but it's just actually it is 100% the game's fault. Thinking about it, why do cars double stack in the pits? It doesn't make any sense. Who programmed that? Like, seriously, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Something that needs to be fixed immediately, because it doesn't just affect the AI race, the AI races, I should say, which means that the races for myself aren't as fun. but also it destroys my race, because if they double stack in front of me, which Lotus always seem to do, it means that I just can't go for a good position at the end of the race because I get held up so much. I mean, look, I'm down to 16th place as I overtake Felipe Nasr. I mean, obviously we're going to overtake a couple of people in the pit lane, but guys, remember, before this pit stop we were in P7, was it? And where are we going to come out the pit stops? P13. Oh, well done. Well done, that is just great. I mean, I know my outlap or whatever might not have been so good, but really, I lost all those positions thanks to a silly mistake from the game. Like, why do they double stack? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Anyway, Daniel Kvyat, he's in front of us now. We've had a couple of battles along the way through our career mode with him. Looking to the outside of him now. Oh, we're going to be brave. Round the outside of Danny Kvyat. We braked a little bit later. We're on the marbles on the outside, but we got the move done. We've moved ourselves into the points once again, and this could be a fairy tale ending for a race which didn't look like it was going to promise much after that pit stop. But now, down to try and overtake our mate Nico Hulkenberg, who we've seemed to have battled with for most of this race here, but in this second stint he didn't quite have the pace that I'd expected. It does seem in this career mode, guys, that I have the pace on the prime tyres in all of the races. The harder compound tyres I always seem to do better with. I don't know why, but anyway, going for a move down the inside of Nico Hulkenberg. We get it done, and we moves ourselves into 8th place, and I'm pretty happy about that. Daniel Ricciardo's up the road. Is that possible? We can maybe close him down. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, penultimate corner and last corner here as we go round the final corners of Abu Dhabi to pick up 8th place, 4 points, and to finish off our Toro Rosso Carlos Sainz career mode. Wow, I suppose we got a decent race to end it off there. I mean, it obviously wasn't the greatest having to be held up in the pits, but it meant we did have to do some overtaking, so maybe that made the race better in the end anyway. But anyway, look at that, guys. I think my fastest lap in that was actually not that bad. We can see I was faster than Hulkenberg, Kvyat, my teammate Verstappen. I think I had a pretty decent last race here in Yas Marina, Abu Dhabi. And you can see there, another bad race for Rosberg. He finished behind Vettel. Why does that keep happening? I don't know. But anyway, there's the driver's standings, the final driver's standings. Kvyat overtakes Verstappen. They end on the same points. But Kvyat, I'm assuming, had the best, sort of, worst best finish? I don't know. Anyway, Vettel won the championship by 21 points in the end. Rosberg was 3rd. Bottas, Raikkonen and myself was the top 6. And this is how the constructor standings looked. We finished in 4th place. A majority of those points were mine. Obviously, Verstappen on his score something like 34 points, was it? I said it a second ago, so I don't know how I forgot it. But anyway, here we are. Let's have a look at the final season review here. So, previous best, obviously none. Teammate qualifying, we beat Verstappen 15-4. And in the racing, we beat him 17-2. So Verstappen only beat us in 2 races. And that meant we passed our objectives. And the Constructors' Championship, we scored 83% of the total points for the team. And yeah, not good stuff from Verstappen, really. He only scored 34 points. But anyway, that is it, guys. Thank you for watching. Please remember to leave a like on this video and remember to subscribe if you haven't already. And there will be more of this career mode, or there will be another career mode starting up soon on this channel. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully it will be an interesting one. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. As I said, I'll see you next time for more F1 2015 career mode. Goodbye.